some 1,800 years ago. The world was in chaos as a group of heroes vied for power. Cao Cao, the anti-hero. Liu Bei, who vowed to restore the Han Empire to its former glory. 3 generations, all fighting for power. Sun Jin, Sun Tzu, Sun Quan. Zhang Jiao, who envisioned a world ruled by the Yellow Turbans. Dong Zhuo, the evil tyrant. Lu Bu, the greatest warrior in all of China. The expert generals Yuan Shao and Yuan Shu. Gong Sun Zan and his White Riders. Rival warlords Liu Biao and Liu Zhang. And many brave officers, retainers, commanders, and beautiful women. These stars, who shone so brightly in an age of chaos and darkness, once again have the chance to shine as the curtain rises for this, the final battle.
Hello, and welcome back to this second, or well, I guess technically first episode of An Eternal Empire, a Romance of the Three Kingdoms 11 game. Now, while I go ahead and start the setup for this, I do apologize. I have a cold or flu or something, I don't know what, so I will sound a little bit more nasally than usual, and I will try not to overtly sniff too much, or at least edit those out. Now, getting started here, at the start here I'm just checking to see what the loyalty of our officers looks like. I try to do that at the start of every game, just so I don't have any unwelcome surprises in people leaving the faction. That can be really annoying. So, going through there, just trying to reward everyone. There's not much to do at the start other than build. If I wasn't doing this rewarding process, then I would probably be just building facilities. But as you may have seen in the character screen, where I was showing the loyalty numbers and going over them really slowly. Hey, Huyan captured. Med has a really low loyalty rating. I didn't notice this until after I'd created the officers, but I think it gives it a little more flavor, so it's pretty neat. Trying to combat that by rewarding to increase loyalty. We'll see how that goes. I don't think it's going to work out. His loyalty starts out really low, which was a surprise to me. I don't think I've ever had anyone start out that low. 86. Yeah, I mean, 90 is really the danger zone. 90, 95. Anything below 95, there's a possibility an officer could leave your faction if they're persuaded enough. Here, I'm highlighting where to put my resources. I usually try to go up top at Xinyi with the money-making resources, the market and the mint. And there he goes. Med has left us. Betrayed the Kangzhou. That was to be expected, really. I was kind of expecting that to happen. But we'll make do. We'll get back to him. We will get our revenge over there. I'm not sure he's going to last too long. That is a very weak force with only, what, 3, 4, 5 officers? Something like that. Yeah. They're going to get swallowed up pretty soon. I mean, it's just inevitable. The computer is not really smart enough to deal with that. Now, a mint here increases the output of all markets by 50%. So you usually go and put down a mint when you have 3 or more markets to help increase your money income. Really starts paying for itself there. I usually try to go for the markets up top as opposed to down south of there along that path that extends, well, I guess you could say to the east. I try to split up the resources that way. They're safer up there. I'm going to just go ahead and speed it up, because this whole beginning part is really slow. It can really take some time to get going as you just build up resources and drill your troops, train your troops, get new armaments for your army. I put the farms down south, and you see I'm not using a, not quarry, granary, that's the word, because I can really only get 2 there, because I still need stables to make horses. I still need a workshop. What is a workshop? A smith to get armaments. I still need barracks to train troops, and I need those extra spots for those things. So it really makes no sense to put a granary. That'll just be wasted money. Might as well just put a 3rd farm. Well, as we go through here, I do have a bit of a bias towards spears and horses. The battle system, I really do enjoy it. It's basically like a glorified rock, paper, scissors. And I tend to favor spears and horses just because they can move enemy troops around or go through troops, and especially spears, which are my favorite. They can actually, with a tactic, they can rush the enemy troops, and it causes confusion among the enemy troops, which makes them basically useless for a turn or two, which is really advantageous. Now I'm going through here. I'm trying to get up diplomacy because I want to stop the enemy from attacking us as soon as possible. And we're going to do that through ceasefires and diplomacy. Now, Flo I learned is really good at this because he has the negotiation skill, which allows him to debate. As you can see, we will now debate Wojia, which I murdered the name of. We will debate him in this setup, which has a really cool metaphor. You're standing on a pillar. The pillar is your argument. As you lose the argument, your pillar decreases, and when you lose the argument, your pillar collapses, because you literally have no ground to stand upon in the argument. Well, now, how well you do in a debate is influenced by several things. First, you have intelligence of the person. The intelligence determines how much damage you do to the opponent, and also how many of these little, I guess you'd call them cards or options in the lower left and lower right. Those are the topics that you can debate about. The current topic is at the top there. Currently it's time, and you can see it blue and glowing. You have to play cards that match the topic as long as you can. By doing that, whoever does that wins the argument as long as they have the highest level topic card out of it. So for example, Logic 3 would have beaten, say, a Logic 2 or 1. Now, you can bypass these topics by these special things. I'm just bellowing right now, and he ignored my bellow. Basically, just tried to shout him down, and that failed because he just ignored me. There are other ones, like Sophistry, that you saw earlier, where if you try to debate a topic and they play Sophistry, they basically turn the topic back on you and do damage to you instead, because they've confused the argument. And there are other things. If, for example, you take too much, I say, damage in a debate, you may get angry, as you can see by the little glowing red orbs next to our portraits. And you'll see it right here as Flo gets angry, because he just did some damage. And he had a guile card called Settle in his hand, which reduced how angry Flo is and kept him from getting furious. Now I'm fighting at a disadvantage here, especially after I just made him angry. And you can play a topic card if it's not that topic, if you don't have anything else. Then if you do that, it goes to the highest number, and not one that's automatically the current topic. The current topic always trumps a different topic. If you win an argument, if both of you play a topic card that's different than the current topic, the highest one trumps, and the new topic becomes the topic that won, and you proceed from there. Now, this is very close to the end. I'm really hanging on, trying to come back here. Really duking it out. I think I can. I don't have much left to do. Topic 3, that ties out. That's no good. That was our best chance of doing damage, but we got it. Maybe we can shout him down. Get some more damage in. Bellow is automatic damage. Yeah, he didn't ignore it, so we're good. We're almost there. We're on even footing. I only have topic 1, which isn't good enough. Oh, sophistry or topic. I should have done sophistry. That would have at least tied it out. As it is, Flo has lost the debate. And that is sadness. Oh well. First debate of the game. It could have gone better, but no harm, no foul. We're going to go on to a debate that actually won. Skipping a little bit, but I'm really only skipping about 2 weeks worth. I immediately sent him down to Lugao, down south, to get a ceasefire arranged there for 2 years. So we will see how this one works out. We do have the advantage with slightly higher intelligence, but you never know. He does still have the same. No, he has 1 less. I believe 90 is the limit. If you go over 90 intelligence, then you get 6 cards instead of 5. So that does give us an advantage. It gives us more options. We'll see how we go here. Currently, I do not have anything to play for the topic of time, or history, as I should say. So I'm trying to play all my Guile cards to make up for that before I hit renew, which I have to do now because I really have nothing else to play. And that is worse. That is actively worse. Just a handful of facts. And he's got all kinds of cards to play, so we just gotta sit this out until we can either renew or we get a time pop up. And we're gonna renew here probably, or save it. If you're every time your platform decreases by 1, the option to renew comes back. So you get to renew once every platform change, or about 3 or 4 times a game. Oof, this is a bit weird. Maybe I should renew, because he's playing a fact, so if I get a time, I can beat him straight up. There we go. I mean, I think it'll be easier to play the lower one when he's playing a fact card, and save the bigger cards for when he has a time card to play. But, you know, those are strategies that I wasn't thinking about in the moment, and it won't really be too much of a detriment. Oof. There we go, now Flo's angry. Now you're going to have it. When you're angry, what happens is you see next to the portrait where it says cool next to Flo. That's his temperament. The temperament of a character determines what they do in a debate when they're angry. Flo, because he has a very cool temperament, a very level-headed temperament, he is able to think through his thoughts still more clearly when he's angry. So he's able to renew his hand and the topics that he can play every single turn while he's angry. You have other characters, timid characters, when they get angry, bust loose, and they will empty their entire hand of cards upon the opponent immediately. And it cannot be countered. Bold characters, when they're angry in a debate, they will always win. They become invincible for the next 3 turns. So every card they play will always win, regardless of the topic that's played. And reckless characters, honestly, I don't think I've ever seen a reckless character in a debate, so I can't really tell you. Should we push on, have mercy? Yeah, we'll be merciful. He's a good guy. We don't want to embarrass him. It's okay. And there we go. There's a win. So we do have a ceasefire arranged with Liu Bao for the next 2 years. Alrighty. Now that is kind of why I think negotiation is such an overpowered skill, especially in a smarter character like Flo. Because you can always force a debate even without sending any gold to influence them. It makes it so much easier to avoid fighting. And speaking of fighting, there is Cao Cao, which is something I was trying to avoid with that first debate. He sees us, he wants to come get Xin Yi, which isn't such a problem. We'll just send out Flo. I tell you, I swear, this is kind of cheating almost. But what can you do? I mean, I didn't notice it at the time of character creation that Flo is actually really imbalanced with this ability. Later on, I'll stop using him so much simply because avoiding fighting really doesn't help you as far as gaining technology points, which we'll talk about later. Now, I'm actually a little bit nervous because if Flo fails again and those troops get close enough, I'm going to have to fight them. We really won't have enough time to send Flo out again by the time those troops reach our city. So I'm really banking that Flo is going to succeed here. And if he doesn't, then we're going to be in a world of hurt, because at the minimum they're going to do significant damage to our resources down there. Down south, our farms and our stables and our smiths. But we'll be okay. Let's go, Flo. We can do this. Luckily, we're not going to be debating Guojia this time. We are debating Cao Cao himself, the leader of their army. Which, I hesitate to say that makes it easier. But he does have a little bit less intelligence than Guojia. He is not as good as his strategist is at debating. I will speed this up. You've already seen 2 debates. You know how this is going to go. Also, I really like the way the music sounds when it's sped up 1.5 times. And chipmunk voices are always great. Especially Flo's. Flo has the best chipmunk voice. All the chipmunk voices. No chipmunk voices can compare to Flo. Aw, dang, you made Flo angry. Oh, I made Flo angry. I used Frenzy. But he has Frenzy in his hand, too. Now, if you hold Frenzy or, Settle in your hand, if the other person gets angry, with Frenzy, you get angry instead. With Subtle, you keep them from being angry. Those are always nice ones to keep in your hand, to keep ready. I played it just to try and get Flo mad at the start and get an advantage, but it didn't work out too well. He's playing a guy, we're just going to ignore it. Just turn the fact around on him. Yeah, that was a good choice. Lots of damage there. Alright, we have the upper hand again. Am I going to go for the fact? No, I'll probably hold on to the fact, because he's going to get a fact of his own. There we go. He played a low card. That probably means that the other one's also a fact one, so it's safe to play the fact 3 and do a lot of damage to him. But now we're out of facts, so let's see if we can get some more here. 2, it's good that we used the fact 2. Settle? Yeah, of course. I think now we're going to just do sophistry, turn it back on him, and call it a game. There we go. Bam. There is another win for Flo. And that will give us a 2-year ceasefire with Cao Cao's army, which is perfect. Now you heard talking from beyond the screen. If enemies are close enough, their actions will be played out. If they're not close enough to your visible screen, then it just kind of simulates the action and goes through it really quickly. So you can move the screen around and watch what other people are doing, which you'll probably see me do here, because I'm going to... There we go. I can hear sounds of battle, and I'm like, where's that coming from? Ah, it's up here. So, obviously, I think it's, what, Zhang Jiao of the Yellow Turbans, and Sima Yi of the from Luoyang, who are both vying for this single city over here. Of course, I'm just going to advance because I have nothing else to do, but I really like watching what the others are doing when I can, and we get to see how the AI reacts to when it's being assaulted here. They really aren't going to last very long being assaulted from both sides like that. So we'll see how it changes hands, because it's definitely going to change hands pretty soon. Let's go ahead and speed it up a bit, because this episode is mostly about all the diplomacy that Flo's going to be doing. Really not much happens here. I spend a lot of the time just trying to build us up. Aha! Icarius has something to say. Apparently he's found Li Tong, which is not someone I saw in the search. It's always nice to have more generals in the army. We can always send them to other cities, especially places that we're not focusing on, like our backlines, pretty secured cities, so they can keep them secure, keep them developing. But here, what we're going to do here is duel. Now, Li Tong is a military-minded swordsman, and we can influence him with the duel. So Icarius is going to duel him. There are 4 ways to duel. You have attack, where you attack more and do more damage on the attack. You have defense, where you attack less, but you receive less damage. You have spirit, which is what I like to use, where you increase your sort of Musu spirit gauge, and you can do special attacks like I'm just about to do. Or you can do fury, where you kind of pretty recklessly attack. And this should be the end of the battle. Musu, bam. With fury, you have a chance to do critical damage. I do spirit just because I like using the Musu a lot. It's a pretty quick and effective way. Easy for someone who doesn't want to deal with the minutia of a duel. But it doesn't really work against opponents who are significantly tougher than you. Now I'm looking up here, and it looks like Wan Castle is under attack from Chang'an. There we go. And that's not good. I don't want Wan to fall, but it doesn't look like it's really in any significant danger of falling currently. Anyway, there's not much of an army heading towards it. My goal so far, my goal for expansion in the short term, is to go up to Wan Castle and go across, was it Shochun? I think it's the wrong one. That's Shochun. I can't remember the name of the one over there to the west that's currently unoccupied. But that's where we're going to go to. That will give us 3 cities fairly soon, but if I wait too long to act, that city over there is not going to be free anymore. And also Wan might fall to someone who's a bit too strong for me to take out. So that is the plan of expansion right now. We'll see how that works out. Currently, it looks like they're losing a bit, but they should be able to hold on. I mean, currently it's even. They're defending. The defender always has the advantage, able to pull out fresh troops. But it's a bit dicey, and also while he's fighting them, it'll be a bit easier to take that city. So I really need to get ready quickly and capitalize upon this opening. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about marching out, but we're not quite ready yet. We don't really have equipment or troops to send out. Oh, there's debate. I don't really know. I think we can do it pretty soon, though. I think we're just about ready. I'm just waiting for a bit more equipment to send out with them, so that Sunye is not completely defenseless when we move out our troops. Ooh, I didn't see what happened there. Well, they used their fire trap. for significant damage upon the enemy. But currently, I don't want to fight the other guys that are there. So I'm going to send Flo out. You know it's going to be successful because it's Flo, and he's just the best. We're going to send Flo out there to see if we can get a ceasefire with Chang'an. What that'll allow us to do is fight at Wang Castle without them interfering and damaging our troops, or us having to do the same to them and splitting up our forces and all that fun stuff that we don't want to do, because we're already small enough. We don't want to have to deal with that extra garbage. Ooh, looks like Ned is out there leading troops against Cao Cao. We'll see how that goes. I don't think he's going to last very long. Cao Cao has a much bigger army and a whole lot of really good officers. What do we got? Yeah, he's got this. He's got the defense. We're going to march? No, not quite. We're just not quite ready yet. There we go. I got another debate with Flo going. Now, I can't wait too long to send out troops, because eventually the troops from Chang'an are not going to be able to hold out. They're going to have to either retreat or they'll just all die. And then Wang Castle will be fully defended again. So hopefully this ceasefire goes through, because regardless of whether or not this ceasefire works, I'm going to have to attack pretty soon if I want to take Wang Castle. And so far it's looking good. I want to hold on to that fact card. There we go. I got a bit better fact. There we go. Beat his logic card. He doesn't have any facts, so there we go. Bit more damage. Is he gonna renew? Yeah. Dang. So we tied with the fact ones. Fact 3. Dang it. He ignored it. Of course he did. Come on, man. Let Flo be angry. Experience the wrath of Flo. We'll just shut him down with a bellow. But so far it's looking pretty good. We are in a commanding position. We do have the advantage of a larger hand to play. But he is hanging on pretty well. So let's go ahead and renew, see if we can get something better. More sophistry, probably sophistry here. Because the chances were good that it was a higher ranked card. And 2 is not a bad one to sophistry against. Ooh, we don't have much, just a few piddly fact cards. So he might be able to come back from this. Dang. There we go, an angry Flo. Nothing beats an angry Flo. Unless we don't have a fact card to play. Ooh. Yeah. There we go. I'm trying to play it safe there. I think we're good with the higher level. Nah, we only have fact 1s. There, just shut him down with a bellow. Oh, he's hanging on by a thread. Should we go with the fact? Yeah, he's going to ignore it. We still got another one to play. There we go. Fact will always beat that logic card on the fact topic. And he goes down. Yeah, I know your place. Alrighty. So, that brings us to a ceasefire with Chang'an. That's amazing. So I think that means we're just about ready to attack Wang Castle. So, let's see here. Yeah, I think we're ready. So, thank you for watching this episode. Thank you for sitting through my rambling nonsense. I will hopefully be back again with another episode to show the battle for Wang Castle and our campaign west. Thank you again. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.